Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BWTM Sports. Short video here, brief video. If you haven't hit the subscribe button already, please do hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, and leave your comments in the comment section. This video is more a case of something we need to look into further, find out whether there's no fire without smoke or no smoke without fire sort of situation. How do we begin this? The article or the video I've put out, Errol Spence Jr. might not ever box again. Now, I would never, get this straight, never want to downgrade or downplay what a person can and cannot do in their life or their career. Many times I've been told in my life that, you can't live without tablets. You can't do this. You can't do that. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do that. It's impossible. And the impossible has very much been made possible. Okay. We all know that Errol Spence was recently in a car accident, and from being critically ill to being seriously ill to walking out of the hospital with no injuries or very few injuries, and now being hit with a drink and drive fine. And I'm not on Errol Spence's Instagram, so I'm not up to date with the latest movements of Errol Spence. So forgive me for this. So from the brief things I've seen of Errol Spence are snapshots of, Spence. The first time I was concerned about Errol Spence is the interview he did. I think Adrian Brown was looking at him kind of strange, and he was talking about dates of when he was boxing, and he was slurring his words, and he clearly was under some sort of substance of alcohol. Saw Errol Spence as well. Another situation where I saw Errol Spence slurring his words and on the drink, tipsy, at a press conference. And then I saw him get in a ring against Sean Porter, and even there as well, he looked like he was slurring words and he was drinking a bit. Now, I'm all for people having fun, and I think and look, Errol Spence ain't the only one I've seen slurring the words and drinking and drunk. Okay, I've seen Oscar De La Hoya doing interviews while he's doing interviews, and he's been talking, and he's been drunk. So this is just not pick on Errol Spence. I've seen Tyson Fury at times looking worse for wear. So I mean, it's not just Errol Spence. But for this particular discussion and topic, and what I'm going to talk about now is what I'm about. And it's like this. Now, the article I read or I saw was by Rick Glazer. And what Rick said was that Errol Spence's injuries were far worse than advertised. Yes, Errol Spence's injuries were far worse than advertised, and they were far worse than advertised. So yeah, they're far worse than advertised. So for me, that's what it is. And they say he may never box again. And at the moment, it's a case of all PR spinning. I don't know how true all this is. But what made me more concerned was Sean Porter, who knows Spence. He was asking questions about the crash and the injuries. Any logical person would ask those questions. So, we saw when Bashir got hit over his head, pictures of him going to hospital, pictures of him in the hospital, pictures of him, there were pictures, there were things to show you a little thing. There's some people that say he wasn't in the crash. There are others that say he got out the crash and he was fine. And then there's the there's the PR and the spin. There's not what so I don't know. But Rick Glazer, I mean, I've done stuff with Rick before, and he's come up with some good stuff. Having said that, I know he's not pro Al Heyman, so I do have to be cautious about that as well. So I hope and pray that Errol Spence is fine, and that he's okay. And if anybody does know any more further information about this story, because one person was on the actual Facebook page where I read this article with Rick Glazer talking about Errol Spence, and when I did look down the comment section, the guy said, no, it's rubbish, Spence is okay, he's fine. But then he was countered in that by somebody else who said, most of all the stuff that Rick comes out with is pretty accurate. So yeah, love to know what you'll think about this. This is interesting. I just hope Spence is going to be okay and in all this. We'll talk later. Bye-bye.